2, 1.
Looking in live to Darlington Raceway, better known as the Lady in Black for today's running of the Southern 500. Evening, everybody. My name is Bradley Ream. I'm joined here alongside Vince Freeze and our cameraman Zach. Boys, it's going to be great to be back in the booth here today for the Southern 500, one of my favorite races of the year. The Lady in Black, it's back, and it's back here for the SOX in the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Been a while since I've been in the booth, so I missed a couple things, but I know that these guys are ready to go racing here under the lights. Tonight's race. Can't wait. Neither can the drivers. Freeze, we're going to send it over to you for our headlines.
Actually, it's going to be Zach tonight with the headlines.
Yeah, I got the headlines.
Zach's Freeze, same thing.
yeah. All right. Point number 1: ping pong at the top. Eli the Wolf, Anthony McClure have been trading points lead left and right, with Anthony McClure back on top. Can he claim a bigger lead with the arguably most set up development track of this series so far? Manufacturer race. Chevy still leads, but Honda, with 2 unlikely wins, are hot on their heels. Will the Lady in Black prove to be a crucial race for the manufacturer race? And point number 3, stripe this. Darlington is known for a strong case of wall riding with the stripes all the way around the sides of the car if you get close to the wall. With how the championship picture is shaken up, contenders will need to avoid that tonight. And then point number 4, tide rise. Clinton Buchanan has been the hottest driver of the SOX Tour with 3 of the last 4 races in the top 5. Does Clint continue to surf the riptide to the front 5 with 5 races to go? Find out. And point number 5, dancing in the dark. Darlington is known to be a longer race with 78 laps. This could be the first race where mental fortitude is tested and strategy will be all over the place. How will the team stay focused and conquer the trek? That's too tough to tame. It's a historic track and a historic venue. Let's see where the racing stacks up tonight. Back to you, Bradley Ream.
Thank you, Zach. It's great. I'm back. I can't even believe how amazing it is to be back in the booth for this special race. We're going 74 laps tonight here at Darlington. Let's take a look at your starting lineup real quickly before we get the green flag and the start for command to fire engines. We got the 38, Jeff Bolton, and the 98, 2 Fords on the front rows, and we got the 2 Chevys of Progress and Zeevel in row 2. In row 3, we've got the 46 and the 18, a Chevy and a Toyota. Then our first Dodge, Bradley Reedman, starting in 8th with Santee Messi in 7th. Then we got another Dodge and a Chevrolet combo in Jessica Strauss and the 54 McClure, our current point leader. And then rounding out the top 10, I believe, is the 42 and the 64 Chevrolet and a Ford. I'm ready for this race tonight. Freeze, what do you think is going to take it to win? We know where it's going to be really tough to pass here tonight. And I know pit strategy is going to be really key into who's going to win this race. What do you think we're going to see here tonight at Darlington?
Track position, a little desperation. Tonight you have to be within 160 points, because there's only 4 races after this. So we could see our first elimination. That would be David Hamilton, who's had arguably one of the worst seasons in the history of any NR league we've ever seen, is averaging somewhere in the 30s. So he needs to get on together and starting in the back. Tonight's going to be about, you said, track position heavy, though. Don't want to go crazy with the wall ride, but the outside lane will. The further you go up the outside, the further momentum you can carry in turn 3 and 4. 1 and 2, you kind of let it ride, but 3 and 4 is a tighter radius. That should be interesting. Tire wear should be around 0.6 of a second, I would say, throughout a run, if not more. So we could see a second fall if the undercut could prove pivotal tonight, as we have some point contenders, Anthony McClure, Eli the Wolf, that's the big ones, but we have guys hot like Clint Buchanan, Monaco Ream, Joy Paint, myself, and Vince Freeze. There's a lot of people to note here tonight. It's going to be crazy, but Jeff Bolton is on our pole, so we'll see what he can do in that Jello Ford Mustang.
Thank you, Freeze. As the field is about to get ready to fire the engines, here's the command from Darlington.
Start your engines.
The engines have fired here in the Palmetto State of South Carolina. As you can see, the cars are rolling off as we begin to go down into turn number 1. Zach, let's check to make sure that we've got everybody running here tonight. Darlington, as I believe that we should be good, I'd imagine. Yes, we are. So, Field comes off of turn number 4. A pace car comes down the pit row as they come by the striped walls here. Famed at Darlington. Everybody wants to be one of these winners. One of the winners on that famed list of Southern 500 winners. As a big start by Jeff Bolton, we are green flag racing here in the Mountain Dew Southern 500.
I want to go Jeff Bull with a great start as LJ Toledo looks to go on the outside, so we watch the wall rise in turn 1. Let's see what we got here.
Looks like we are clean so far here through turn number 1 as Bolton gets out to that lead down into turn number 3. Bacchus looks to the inside of the 98 and the 46 and the 47 side by side. Coming into turn number 4.
Before we go, Jeff Bull will lead us to our first lap as Pockers files in the second and LJ Toledo breaks the top 3 breakaway at the front.
This track is really fast. They actually fly around these corners well. It doesn't look like that they slow down that much for the corners. Turn 3 and 4 is where they slow down the most. As you can see that the front of the pack is starting to close out single file just a tad bit. As we got a little bit of a battle here between the 8 and 40, 46 and the 55 per position. While Bolton still leads again. The Fogelman and Ream fighting hard on that outside against Santee Messi as we look up to the front here as Bolton leads him into turn number 2. Toledo's a little bit inside on that 51 car, looking inside where he can pass him and whatnot, and that's going to really help him with his lines to see where he can get by that car, 38 and 51 for that race lead. Freeze, back to you at a turn 4.
Yeah, let's go to the back of the field, make sure everything's clean back there as well as our cameraman. Zach will pan back to top 10 rundown. Let's just go to the back here. See Hamilton back there. Movement for East Stover. And there we go. Paints is back there. Macaron. Everyone looks pretty good though. We hadn't really had any wall rides. Tire fall off. Actually, there is none so far, which is surprising. As cars are starting to run their best laps into the run, which is a little interesting. But we should see that wear off as the time goes on. Back to the front though. We should have Bolton and Toledo fighting for it. And I think we do have a battle for the lead. No, it's still Toledo and Pockers in second and third. That rowdy monster battle with Jello in front. And looks like we have a breakaway, though. These 3 are starting to run as the pack behind us. Nearly Messi gets in the wall back there. Reem, back to you, buddy.
Yeah, they're slowly going single file, which isn't that bad of a strategy here, but it's going to be interesting to see. As you can see, the 42 goes to the outside, 54 to the inside of the 40. I believe the 40 is going to hold that off there. It's going to... I feel like I like this racing a lot more than what we're compared to seeing here at Darlington, and I do think that it's good for the fans as we can see these cars under the lights. Because the 42 is almost in the wall here. They'll look like they'll go into the wall, but they normally will keep it out of the wall every now and then. You can see the 40 in the draft of the 55. He's up there in points. Both of them, I believe, are up there in points. Good top 10 run. They're still in the battle for the championship, as I believe that Ream is within a 40 of race worth total of points into the leaders. So there's only about 10 cars that are within like 50 points of the leaders up in this pack, and if Ream keeps up this good run today, he could get up there for that top 5 spot in points. But we'll have to see what happens to him today in that number 40 Mopar Blue Fire Dodge Charger.
Yeah, we'll back at the front though. It seems like everyone's starting to single file out like we were talking about. This is one of those areas where you got to look at, if you're second, third, fourth down Webb coming into the picture, tire conservation matters. We talked about 1 and 2 being a little more free-flowing. Let her rip. The top 3 and 4 tighter radius. You want to use that outside line. Jordan did down to 42. You saw him make a pass. I believe that was on a remix, but then backfires. Toledo goes underneath for second. Well, we'll see what he can do.
He'll have that inside lane, but the outside lane will prevail down here into turn 1. He doesn't have any help, but the 51 on the outside is going to be able to come back with that position back. So it's still the 38, 51 and the 98, then the 46, 47, 18, 55, and 40 top 8, and the 42, and then the 54. So same top 10 right now. We won't be seeing that much, I don't think, of passing really, but you might see some battles here and there. It'll all depend on pit stop strategy here tonight. So it's going to be interesting. We got a Ford Chevy front 4, and you know, Ford and Chevrolet has been really dominant this year. Same with Ford and Toyota with their pair of wins, but I haven't seen that much out of Dodge recently, except for even the 40. But it's been mainly Chevrolet and Ford this year, battling it out for that top position as we got a battle for the lead between the 51 and the 38. So they head off into turn number 1. Hopefully the 38 is going to be able to hold that. But 51, I don't know, he might have that power run on the inside. The pack's going to come up here, and that's going to quickly end his run on the 38 for the lead. Freeze.
Yeah, actually, it's been Honda. Honda got 2 wins this year. Toyota's got 1. It's been Japan versus, nearly 3 wide back to Resemble, but it's been Japan versus America with Chevy versus Honda and Toyota. But back at the front now, you just saw an interesting move with Pockers. He went low, but turn 2, it seems like the outside line matters. The line placement could be everything as the run goes on. And you may want to do a little Pruitt fan on the inside and then go high. Similar to what you see in a real-life race in IMSA with Scott Pruitt. That's why I call it the Pruitt fade. He goes low, check on the road course in the break from there, and then go high. You see that with Byron Webb and Toledo in third. Let's watch that battle play out for third. Let's see what we got here. So we're going to do a little... You go for it.
We got Webb and Toledo here in turn 1.
Toledo on the wall.
And he's in the wall. Toledo's in the wall. He's in the wall. That was not a good move for him. Almost got in the 18 there, and that's going to hold up everybody on this back straightaway, including Messi and Ream. But, yeah, you saw it. Toledo got in the wall there. Ream's going to move up high. But you saw Toledo just lost it in turn number 1 and 2, and he got in the wall. I don't know if he lost his car handling, but he definitely got some damage there. And it's going to really cost him here at Darlington. It's the first time we've seen somebody go up there and hit that wall tonight. Definitely will not be the last as they head down the back straightaway.
You hit the wall here tonight, it's the old Darlington stripe, but the pit stop will be the key. You have to fix that damage, and any little pit stop damage fix, I can cost you 2 to 3 seconds. We have a battle for the lead. It's Pockers trying to look underneath Bolton.
Pockers is going to try to look underneath Bolton yet again here as they head off into turn number 1 and 2. Pockers said, I thought Bolton was in the wall for a second, but it didn't look like it. But yeah, Pockers is going to get a little bit of help from the Chevrolet manufacturer teammate of 46. No, Webb goes high along with the Toyota Fogelman back there. As it's still Bolton and then Pockers up front here at Darlington.
See Fogelman looking for a nice top 5 run tonight. A lot of people are looking for bounce backs after what was Auto Club with the Pirates. Tough stretch for many drivers, but let's go back in the pack here. Let's look at our points leader, Anthony McClure, because look who's coming to the field. It's Clint Buchanan, and Clint Buchanan has been one of the surprising faces of this league in the last 5 races. Came out of nowhere, had that great run at Mount Pocono. He's looking to make a statement, not only to pass McClure, but maybe take it to Eli the Wolf tonight, who's been struggling as of late.
Yeah, with Eli struggling and if McClure also struggles, it also will help some of these drivers in points up here who need these good runs to be able to contend for this championship. As you can see, Eli, he's in the 26th position here around Reese and Dark Rain and Chevrolet, and actually 3 Chevrolets up here with Eli. So with others, it'll be interesting to see what he can do to hopefully a strategy will go his way so he can climb back up there. But maybe this sparks change for these guys who are trying to get this championship win. We don't really know as of yet, but it'll be interesting. Like I say, it's always going to be interesting to see what happens because you never know.
Yeah, with the schedule coming up where we have basically 3 super speedways and whatever thick Bristol will be, you have a lot of opportunity. With opportunity comes chaos, and with chaos comes desperation. I think we're going to start to see those calls tonight here at Darlington, the calmest of the 4 races remaining after this. But crew chiefs have to make a decision, man. We're getting close to that pit window. I think 25 laps could be the first stop. We could see a 2-stopper tonight. It'd be very interesting if we get a 1-stopper. If we get a 2-stopper, someone's going to roll the dice for sure.
Yeah, I do think that is exactly what's gonna happen. Is we could see 3 if it goes less than 25. Because this race goes completely caution free.
Oh, hold on, guys, new leader.
And we got a new leader. Pockers beat him to the line there. Bolton and now drops back to second. But yeah, as I was saying, we could see a 3-stop strategy tonight, and possibly. If this race goes green, some guys might not be able to make it on fuel if they pit anywhere between right around 25 laps. So I don't really think that will happen, but it's definitely, we're not going to count that out as a possibility by any means tonight. So I do think whatever happens with this strategy will be very, very important for these guys to make sure that they can make it on fuel tonight and tires as well.
Looking pretty even right now at top 10. There's no real movement. We did think that we get single file around lap 5, lap 6, and we are starting to see that. Craig Parker's, one thing to note about him is now tire wear could literally be 2 seconds at the end of a run. He's had a couple rough stretches. Remember, he literally fell off a cliff at Mount Pocono. That was a scary wreck, but he's bounced back a little bit. No crazy runs. A win tonight. Somewhere in the top 20 in points could be lurking. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll
noticing. Yeah, he's also breaking away a little bit from the 38 there.
Good to note there. Good to note. Yeah, Reed, go. Reed? No, Reeves got some technical problem. I'll take it from here right now. Joining us at the front right now, it's going to be Pockris, Bolton, Webb, Zevel, Fogelman, Toledo, Messi, Ream, Jordan, and McCord, the points leader. Your top 10 rundowns. We wait for Ream to come back. One of the things here, someone's in the wall back there. That's a blue car. Could have been Messi.
We'll take a look. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, Messi just hit the wall, and that's big. Now, we talked about hitting the wall here tonight. Critical. You might have to spend an extra 3 to 4 seconds on pit road. That could be a top 10 run versus a 35th place run. We'll have to watch that as the night goes along. But back to what I was saying, these top 10 has been pretty diverse. We know Zevel's been really good in points. He's been making some runs. Oh, Messi again high. I think the handling's starting to go away from that 55 HendrickCars.com Chevy. But one of the things here that a lot of people don't realize about Darlington is it could literally be a race where turn 1 and 2 your setup is arrow dragged out, where you have a nice drag run down the backstretch, where you compromise in 3 and 4. So he must have compromised in 3 and 4 because Messi does not have the handling, or is looking for different lines in 3 and 4, whereas 1 and 2 he's more consistent. Zach, you're going to have to take it here from here, buddy, for a little bit of a commentary. We wait for Reem. What are your thoughts here on this first quarter of this race?
Yeah, really, I think we're starting to see the faster cars who had a little bit better run in practice starting to shine here over the cars who really built their car setup for qualify, which I think Jeff Bolton specifically, I think he was expecting to get a little bit more out of the car than he was hoping for, especially with a more qualify tier setup, and where Pockris, it appears to be quicker. And also the 46, I've noticed he's been fairly quick himself. Fastest lap also drove the 47. So I think we're going to see really the faster cars and the guys who got better pit crew, pit strategy. I don't know exactly when that pit stop's going to happen, but I'd imagine it won't be too far away.
And Darlington is not known for having one quick lap. You want to have consistently 5, 10, and in this case, could be 20, 25 lap averages. You want to be the top of the charts there. But with track position being key, qualifying mattered more with the being around 80 degrees space. You see Webb looking underneath ball for second. As we go back to the leaderboard, Zach will pan back from fastest lap to the leaderboard. You'll see that in 1 second as he magically does that. Pocker still leads by about 2/10. It's been pretty consistent at the front. Let's go to the back of the field here. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, he might have shot his tires too.
Right, tire wear will be key. Let's go to the back of the field here. All the way back. This movement, like I said, has been having a lot of problems. Eric Monaco is back there. Oh, movement again in the wall. Isle, he's been having good. Yeah, Isle Paints is back there. Monaco, we talked
07
about.
on pit road.
Burge with an undercut. Let's see if we got anyone else coming in. Damage, though. Yeah, that may not matter.
Yeah, he probably got hit the wall. I don't know if it would be warranting for a yellow or not, but it doesn't look like that it's causing a hazard to the field, so I think we'll be all right. So 26:07 on pit road. I don't think this strategy is going to work out for either of them, though, because they do have that wall damage. But we'll see.
Could drag people in. And another thing to mention here is pit road entry and exit. We could see an accident. That is known to happen with the tire wear different. And here we go. Got some more coming in.
Yeah, Noah Knight in 32. Again, more side damage. Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah, we need to see our first real undercut with someone who has no damage.
55 might have a little bit, but he's in pit road. He was also running up front, so at 42 specifically, though, it doesn't look like he has a lot of damage. I think he could get the big benefit out of those guys.
For sure, as Messi is now in. There's Bird, a long stop, though. Not surprised. Let's go to the chat real quick, see what the stop was.
Yeah, that stop for the 7 was
30 seconds, wow.
30 seconds for the 26 as well. And the 42
Jordan,
got a
14 seconds. So Jordan will be our big benchmark. Here's Messi's got damage. We knew he hit the wall, so that's not surprising. So you don't want to hit the wall.
His pit stop wasn't too much longer.
Everyone's coming in now. Let's go back to pit road. We're starting to get the cycle.
Yep. Leaders, 46 stayed out.
Okay, that's going to be Webb staying out, as you see Bolt. Let's stay on Bolt and see where the stop is. Pretty clear on the left side. Right side, excuse me. He goes to the left now, swings around.
Keep in mind, Pockrass came in front of him. So this could be the race for the lead.
Oh, yeah, Pockrass looked... Oh, slow stop. Oh, boy, Bolton might have hit the wall. We didn't notice.
Yeah, that or he might just be having a long stop, bad pit crew or something. But, yeah, he just lost a ton of spots.
No worries. We're good. Reem, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Technical difficulties, man. I'm telling you, they're terrible.
We'll throw it back to Reem here under this pit cycle. Reem, you had not missed much. We are under a pit cycle right now, stretching from lap 28 to 34.
38 had a bad pit stop, lost a ton of ground. It's 51 versus 47 right now, I think, is our leaders. This is after the cycle, but see how the 46, 98, and possibly even the 42 round out.
Yeah, so the way I see this is it's going to set up a late race pit stop cycle as well, because they're going to come out here at, right now, if say they pit right now, stretch it, that's double. That makes it to be about 66. They'll have to pit right before this race is over. We can shake up anything. As you can see, 98 is out front. Doesn't look like he lost that much ground.
I don't think
he hasn't pitted yet, buddy.
I don't think these guys
have pitted
yet. That's also
true.
About to come this time.
He's going to come in this time.
1840 stay out.
Cycle out the lead to Volkman and Reem.
They haven't pit either, I don't think.
Yeah. So they haven't pit. Most of these guys haven't pit from the looks of it.
This is going to be a huge mixed strategy.
Yeah. I mean,
well, real quick, guys. This could mean that Reem and Volkman, if they get to lap 38, are going to make this one stop, which that means their tires are going to be shot this end of the run. This could be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just have to end up seeing what this actually does to both of their cars, and I think Reem's slowing. He's gonna stay out again.
Another thing is,
it'll be interesting. What's gonna happen? They might can stretch it, but I don't really know if that's the best idea.
See how they do under green.
The way I see this, if they stretch it out to lap 38, that could set them up for one of these guys to take the lead right at the end here.
They both coming in this time.
Yeah, they're coming in this time. So
they can't stretch it.
About 72. So they'll be like the last two cars to pit if we keep it green. A bunch of guys are coming down this time at the front. So
those 7's got the lead lap again.
Yeah, so that puts out Burridge and Gar Salamander, as those are the guys who are currently got the top spot.
Switch back to Pockrass here. Pockrass should be our benchmark.
Yeah, they're in traffic pretty heavy right now. 42. Jordan's up front now as a 27, I imagine. Probably hasn't pitted yet. He's coming this time, though. So this might be the battle for the lead here from 21st.
24 hasn't pitted either. I think it's night. I said it's rain. Rain might be the one. That's very close to one stop, but they're not going to win. They're so far back. It'd be hard to make the delta up for sure.
Yeah, another thing is 42. He pitted a couple laps before these guys. I don't think he was quite inside the top 5. Here he is running second right now. Lap traffic may have also been an issue.
Yeah, lap traffic is going to become an issue here when we get all cycled out. I don't imagine these guys to really catch them, so to say, but it could be wrong. Especially with these guys who pitted a bit afterwards, and the ones who pitted a little bit before I came back after our technical difficulties. But this puts Pockrass out to the lead. It'll be interesting. You should see Isles coming out. We need to find where Reem comes out here.
Yeah, Bolton had a really bad pit stop.
Fogelman.
And Reem had a pretty bad pit stop too, along with Fogelman. Well, no, they haven't. I don't know if it's cycled through or not yet, but
no, it's not that they had a bad pitch stop. They were just losing time on older tires to the fresh tires. They're going to start gaining that ground back. The problem is, could they make that delta up within how far. I mean, they might be 12 seconds back. Can they really make 12 seconds up? It's very shocking if they can.
I think
So
Eric
it
Monaco had a good stop.
logs both of them in 22nd and 23rd.
Yeah,
As
Monaco
you can
was.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, Monaco's like 26th. Or he's 18th now.
Monaco had a good move, good pit stop strategy from Eric. There's paints up there. Yeah, I think a lot of these people who took the,
Yeah,
I guess you could say undercut. Yeah, the undercut strategy is working out. The overcut, they got to make it to the end of the race, which isn't possible.
Yeah.
I want to be on the undercut. Now, do you do an extreme undercut and pit lap 54? We'll find out.
Yeah, and 38 had a bad pit stop, and is a little bit older tires than some of these guys too. So they're got a huge disadvantage for that 38 car.
Yeah, I don't really see how he's going to end up contending for a win if that keeps up, but you never know
Lap
what
car.
Darlington can do here, as we are 41 out of 74 laps. We're just over halfway in the Mountain Dew Southern 500 as Akris leads. 57 Andrews is almost a lap down.
We got a pass here for third. 55 is really quick.
Yeah, these guys behind Akris are battling out double file here as Isle almost gets into the wall.
Yeah, Isle is a lap down.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. He is a lap down. Okay, so that allows Messi and Zevel in the 46. I believe the 86 is also a lap down, right?
I think he's on the lead lap.
Oh.
No, he's up there. He's up there. Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow.
So I mean, yeah, like everybody's gonna say, pit stop strategy is really important.
Oh, 42
for
in the wall.
everybody. You got the Jordan's in the wall. Doesn't look like it's got that much damage, but you know, could have internal do that. But I don't think that was much of a big hit to cause internal there. But like we saw with Toledo, it was pretty much the same thing with Toledo earlier, where he hit the wall, but he didn't really get affected by it that much. I think we'll see the same thing here with Jordan. But you know, who knows? Freeze, we're gonna send it back over to you. What do you think about this race so far? I think it's been pretty good, so to say. We haven't had a caution yet, but it'll be interesting to see if we do. I honestly don't think that we're gonna have a caution. And last time I said that.
Oh, we got an engine failure. We do have an engine damage.
I think it's the 12. I'm not certain who it would be.
Yeah, Reese's.
Yeah, Justin Rissy is called it a day.
I don't think there's any oil on the track. I don't think anything crazy happened.
Yeah, if there is anything, I will throw a yellow.
Oh, tough luck for Reese. I think he's middle of the points. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at them in a little bit here.
Let's take a replay of that 12. Let's just make sure there's no oil on the track right here. See the last couple laps of the 12. Let's replay it. Make sure he didn't blow up on the track.
No.
Oh, yeah, he did. Is that in the racing line?
I don't know if it would warrant a yellow.
Oh. That's close.
Yeah, I don't know if it would warrant a yellow.
I think he got off the line, though, most of it. I think we should be clear.
If we have any cars having issues, he called it a day there. But if we have any cars having issues, we'll throw a yellow if there's cars.
All right, so looks like we're going back to real time here. Yeah, Reeve, to answer your question, we've had a lot of strategy. We obviously have a big gap between lap 29 to 37, it looks like here. That's 8 laps. We could see pit stops anywhere between lap 56, really, to the end of the race. We could see someone pitting with 2 to go. That creates a mess for the crew chiefs, but for the fans, it's not bad. We got, out of nowhere, Jordan, who hit the wall, and Akris, who's been pretty much the best car all night in that Rowdy Energy Chevy.
Yeah, 38 tough break.
And Jeff Bolden had a tough break. Points contender Anthony McClure, where's he at?
I think it was top 10 before this pit cycle, but he's fallen back to
McClure
23rd.
23rd. He's definitely had a rough night compared to some guys. Let's go back to Anthony McClure there. Yeah, 23rd place right there. That could be interesting for McClure. It could open the door for like an Eli the Wolf or a Clint Buchanan. But like I said, those guys who pitted it with that crazy strategy, you see Clint in 34th. I don't know if they can make the tire delta because they lost out. This could really put everything on equal footing for our points contenders. Eli the Wolf could be the biggest beneficiary tonight for sure.
Yeah, out of the 3 top points.
Yeah, and the last thing to note here really at this point, before I throw it back to you, Reem, this is where the money time is, right? The pit stops matter, but it's all about getting on the pit road cleanly. If you have 20 people in front of you, you're screwed. If you got 1 or 2, you're looking really good. We'll see where placement matters in terms of track position on pit lane, because that's where real estate can be won.
Yeah, so you see the 5 looking to the inside of the 56 here. Doesn't look like he'll be able to get that spot, but again, we see the 5 in a prime position to be getting some great points as we go along in this race. As you can see, he's moving. The 98's challenging for his spot at the moment, but doesn't look like as if he is. I don't think the 98 is a lap down, is he?
Don't imagine he would be. Let's see.
I wouldn't think he is.
Nah,
either, but-
he's for position.
Okay, so yeah, Toledo and working on 2 Chevys is he almost got on the wall again there. Lord, and I'm talking about somebody who needs a great run. Is the 29 and the 33 they're just a bit ahead of the 5 and the 56. The 29 and the 33 are actually a bunch of guys are up here who are not having great years so far. Patinod, Beal, 07 of Patrick Miller, I think that is.
08.
And Sean Ard, other drivers to name, and Gorse as well in the 33, getting some good runs in here today. Goes to show, but I don't even know if they can climb back up here with the points the way that they are situated at the moment, but it shows that they still got what it takes to compete in this series, but it's good for them to get these good runs, much needed runs in here for those teams today.
And one thing to note, even if it's not about getting a championship per se for someone like Beal, it's momentum, right? We say no championship, but we look at the last 3 races. I mean, you could theoretically win the last 3 races before you get to Atlanta. As we have pit stops?
Yep.
All right, we got Messi.
Messi.
It's big. That's big. Undercut, big undercut. Let's see who else is joining.
Leaders in. 2 leaders are in.
That's smart.
Uppers, Jordan, Messi, Miller, among others, down pit road as we head down to our first pit stop. Second pit stop cycle of the race tonight.
Yep. Cutting it in
and
half.
What I think would be our last.
Money stop, baby. It's money stop.
Maybe.
Yeah, with 20 laps to go.
Definitely see some guys stay out. Hope for a caution.
Someone got a mechanical failure. Go back to that last
I'll
chat
see,
there.
Mechanical.
Yeah.
12 has engine damage.
64 oil leak.
64.
Just saw him on track too.
Yep,
so I don't know.
Shangle. That's Shangle.
That had to be very, very, very recent.
It looks like he's able to make it on pit road.
He's good. Yep.
So don't think this is anything warranting a yellow. 18 stays out. And I imagine he was one of those latecomers on pit road recently, and him and the 40 could stay out. They'll probably hope for a yellow in these closing laps. If it would do him much good, though. But they could really grind, try to save fuel.
I think at this point you have to really stretch down. You see your friends coming at lap 53. I'd back her down. If you really want to make it on one stop, back her down. Let everyone go through and play the fuel car. But it's going to be a long stretch in the hall to get to lap 73 even.
Yeah, I think I don't think these guys are the last pit. I think it was Byron Webb who was the last pit. That last pit stretch. And he was quick, but it lost him a ton of time during that pit cycle. So I don't think it's going to come out in his favor. We'll see. Because I imagine this 18 cars stay out most of this run. Then again, might prove me wrong.
I'd say the same thing here. If they don't come down the pit road, they could stretch it out. But the way we've seen
45, really slow on the racetrack.
Might have a problem. Might be a loose wheel.
Definitely has an issue. Slowing down way earlier than needed to be, so it looks like they'll make it. So that's good.
It looks like he's got damage to that right side, but that's another stripe.
Man, I'm surprised we haven't talked about Frank Chilton yet today.
Frank Chilton coming down pit road here. Our Papyrus winner had no luck at Auto Club. He's been hit or miss. Definitely the fastest with raw pace, but at a track like this, it's hard to get raw pace. It's really about consistency and wacky strategy here at Darlington.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of strategy today.
Yeah, that's right. We've seen a bunch of strategy. recently, so it'll be interesting. We've seen a few mechanical failures tonight, and I don't really know if that's.
Yeah, it
I don't
might
really
be
think
the
it's a good thing. So
might be the temperature being at a certain point. So that strategy does put a few cars a lap down. Prior to that, Frank Chilton's pit stop, he was the highest running car, still in the lead lap. And I think the 27 car is now the highest running, still in the lead lap at this point. And right now, this 18 is your leader, based on this. Oh, and he's down pit road.
yeah, the 18, the 3 is down pit road, and the 40 is still out on the track.
Yeah, he's
As they
staying
come
out
ar-
another lap.
Yeah, I don't really know if that's a good strategy
He is
ideas.
really slow compared to these guys.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a lot of gain if he's staying out here. Company's
Yeah, I would have
closing.
called it quits. I would have called it quits a couple laps ago. They will have fresh tires compared to the rest, but you might be the caution here. You might not see the end of the race the way it's going.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. Watch out for these guys. He's gonna pit this time.
24. That's gonna be the last two. Macaron.
Yeah, he was the last pit. Yeah, he was the last pit on that last strategy. I just don't see him staying out of benefit. Yeah,
He'd have to really back it down to have a chance of this win. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him backing out a whole lot, but he's not as quick. The tire's definitely a huge factor. We'll watch this 24 car close.
Macaron as well hasn't pit. Ream, I think, is in now.
Yeah, Ream's already pitted. Yeah, 24 right now. He's got a lot of cars a lap down. And after this loop of scoring, it's going to include almost the entire top 10. Or quite a few of the top 10. It's 46 just got back.
Akris and Jordan should be the race for the win. Ream has pitted, I believe, right?
Ream did pit, yes.
We'll throw it back. Ream, what are you thinking right here, man?
I don't really know. I don't think that the strategy put forth by Ream is going to play out to his favor unless he can get back up to speed here. Yeah, I just don't see how this is going to really work out because despite the 24 getting all these guys a lap down,
he needs a yellow.
Yeah, everybody who's on the strategy would need a yellow here. I just don't see how the 40 could end up getting back up there in time for the race win because we've only got 10 to go. And yeah, see, he's in 23rd, but I just don't see how it's going to work out for him to get back up there for that, to contend for that race winner, good top 10, 15, top 15. I just don't see it.
He just pitted. He's not running his good pace. 20 is just able to get around him. Might have some mechanical issues.
Yeah, he's hitting the wall now.
Wall, that's why.
Yeah, but yeah, like noticeably, he pitted before those other guys, and he's not running a pace that is quick compared to them. Got passed by the 20. Yeah, if this 24 is able to stick it out.
He's up there in points too, so.
I think the 24 right now, if I'm 24, I start backing it down. You got a 4-second lead, but you have a 20-second lead to Pockers. You got to really back this down and make this work.
The guy behind him, I think, pitted a lap. I don't know. I don't know if he's pitted or not, but he's the only other guy.
It doesn't look like it because he's got
in position.
He's 3 seconds off the pace with his lap time. Yeah,
3 seconds off pace with just a few laps to go. 51's 18 seconds back. Last time around by the stripe. It's gonna be close. 74 is gaining.
51 should be able to get the 74, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the 24. This could be a match for call here. We'll find out.
74 is catching the 24. Yeah, he's getting like 2 seconds a lap almost.
It'll be close. It's going to be close, but can they even make it is the question. Now, they won't have to take any tires at that point. There's Ream. He's coming back now.
Yeah, he's getting stuck behind that 74. Gonna cost him a couple spots. Comes at 10 car.
Chilton, yep. Isaac up there top. Yeah, Ream chose the wrong line out. Chilton should get by. Oh, Isaac nearly in the wall. There Isaac Stover.
Yeah. Watch this top 10 is so tight close right now. Yeah, 51. We'll have to see how the strategy plays out.
It will be interesting. We got only about what do we got? 5 to go this time by. So,
6.
I mean, it's really going to be about strategy and who played it right. But I think that the 24 will end up having to pit. I don't in the
He
74 as
might.
well. I don't think they have
Honestly.
it to make it. They've got 5 laps to go, and looking at the 24's lap times, I just don't see how it's going to work.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think he's going to run out of gas on the racetrack either. I'd imagine he'll
you
probably
never
try to
know.
pit.
You never know.
I've never seen a fuel race like this in a long time. We're starting to see some guys pit that are more towards back into the strategy, I'd imagine. Just try to start pitting around now.
Oh yeah, I think Packer should get second here. Rain's got to keep backing it down. Just let them all go. He's not going to get there. He will not get there. He needs to get 3 seconds left. He's not going to get there. No way.
It's going to be close.
Rain's got to back it down.
It's going to be close. It's going to come down to that lap. These last few laps.
Look at Chilton just fly by that 24 on that inside.
Routh, Reed coming back into the picture. Stover. These guys are fighting for like 25th though. They're not. This is not for the win. They're just trying to lap themselves to get a late caution.
3 dodges. I mean, it goes to show how they haven't had a good run tonight at all.
Over now. He'll be the next one to contest.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're at the point. Next time by, we're at the point of no return.
Well, here's the question: will Rain make it? As we have 3 to go, 2.5 now. Oh, I think they said he's going to run out.
Yeah, he can't make it. 74.
How will Macaron make it?
I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to stay out. He will. That 51's going to be catching him.
Macaron, I don't think it's going to work. Packer should get there. Now, can Marcus Macaron pull a miracle here with 2 to go?
Yeah, I just don't know. It's going to be close.
I don't see it happening.
He's running out. I think he's running out.
Yeah, he's out.
And now our salamander's in the wall too.
Yeah.
Packer's got this. Packer just has to.
Yeah, Packer's got this in the bag. If he stays out here though, which he is, so it's gonna be a last lap pass if the 51's able to get there.
51's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he's gonna get there.
He's got a block for the life of him. Hits white flag. Does the 74 put a block on Packers? We'll find out.
A little
White
bit.
flags in the air here. Darlington and the Southern Mountain Dew 7500 as the 74 and the 51 battle it out for this race win. The 74.
He's putting the block.
Yeah, he's on the block. What's gonna happen here is we got the 24. What's gonna happen? This is gonna be a down the back straightaway. Final time in the turn 3 and 4. I think.
And gets around him on the bottom.
Oh. And he's not gonna be able to hold it off. 51. The dominant car all day. Pockrass is going to get the win here at Darlington.
74 still got a really good finish, though. Second place.
He's still got second. I mean, good run. I mean, a bunch of guys outside the top 30 in points got some good runs today here at Darlington. And again, strategy plays off here at Darlington. Freeze, what do you think about this strategy and those interesting calls that we had today here at Darlington, the Lady Black?
Yeah, Macaron made the right move to stay out, make the one stop almost worth it. I mean, if he bought a little bit more, he would have had it. But Packrass still had the best strategy. You come in with that extreme undercut, surprise the field, and then go from there. And now he's running out of field. Macaron just on the pace lap there, out lap, excuse me. Great run though for the teams. Like I said, top 30 guys. A lot of surprises. The only big real points contender had a good one was Messi. That could be big for his championship. Now we start getting into the wild card races coming up. Darlington proved that strategy does matter. Track position will always be king.
Zach, what about you, man?
Yeah, that was interesting. I've never seen a strategy race work out like that before. Definitely another SOX race there. Macaron, man, despite not winning the race, I think that strategy still worked for the better for him. Second place. Jeff Jordan didn't have anything. But, I think Sandy Messi is going to be a big points day for him. That's all I got.
Reamy there.
Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and call it right here. This was SOX Darlington. Vince, do you know what we're racing next week?
Yeah, next week we'll be at Dick Bristol, and like I said, I'll sign us out here. For Bradley Ream here, to give us great commentary here as our main lead host tonight. For me, as a co-host in Zach Production, it's been a great weekend here in Darlington. Congrats to Craig Pockers and the Rowdy Energy Chevy for another win for Chevy in the manufacturer race. But that's going to conclude us here at the Lady in Black. We will see you at Thunder Valley, Dick Bristol, next race. We're signing off.